the heavy CC up front, and then you could just throw out the ults from Ziggs and Ezreal from wherever. And if you get rid of that, then maybe the thick front line isn't really an option anymore for a tribe. So I like the kind of I like the creative thinking here. Like, get rid of the issue from the side rather than from like directly on, and getting rid of Malphite, for instance, or Braum.
Yeah, it does mean though that this Kai'Sa, is going to be an obvious first pick. And past that, you're going to be forced a little deeper into this AD carry pool with Ezreal and Corki banned out. Kai'Sa picked against him. Very curious what tribe we're going to pull out there. I do want to see him.
Yeah, we actually.
I do want to see him try to take away. Oh dear, internet lag, Daniel. I do want to see him try to take away either the Alistair or the Brawl during this cycle, whichever one they think is more important. Because Goons obviously are going to align that with the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, that's interesting because a lot of times it's kind of like, well, if both Braum and Alistair are let through the ban stage, there's an argument where it's like, okay, you just take one, we'll take the other. But obviously, they're not identical champions. They do a lot of things differently. So it'll be interesting if one team decides to prioritize that and go for one or the other. Typically, Alistair's one that picked here, but Tribe want to go for that nice.
I was going to predict Brawl because I think Kai'Sa Brawl is much more powerful. And
true, yeah.
It was what we got last game. Max Green plays a very good Brawl.
For sure. And it definitely makes a difference as far as diving the backline, being able to have that Braum to kind of keep teams off of your backline. Whereas like Alistair, he a lot of times is more the setup guy in this situation. So yeah, denying the Kai'Sa Braum, very, very nice here. Going with the Lee Sin themselves, so we'll see if Team Tribe is able to have more success with the snowballing Lee Sin in this particular situation. We did have a raging debate in chat about the way in which Gume upgraded or evolved, whatever it's called, her abilities, and whether she wanted to upgrade her Q or her E. In this game, it's her first ability and third ability, basically. So I believe it's if you upgrade attack damage, it upgrades your first ability to deal 12, to shoot 12 things instead of 6, which is a huge deal, obviously. And if you upgrade attack speed, it upgrades your third ability, which allows you to go invisible, and it's like faster and some other things too as well. But yeah, that's the debate, and they want Gume to upgrade the first ability, which, I can't really argue with, because 12 shots is more than 6, TJ. It's very nice.
Surely they haven't put MTS on Malphite duty. You're going to put MTS on a character that's got one ability cast per team fight.
Hey,
this is
wild. When that one ability can just win team fights by itself, then you want to make sure that someone can use it well. It's like, here's your ability.
But this is, we laid this out as we were heading to break at the end of game number 1. We said, either we want Tribe to full commit to split pushing, or change and pivot more into team fighting. And saying, MTS, you're on Malphite duty, no more Fiora, no more Camille, cast the ability good, win the team fights. That is the pivot. Full team fight all the time for Goons. I don't want to see anything split pushing here. I want to see, yes, things like the Seraphine, a full commit to team fight power.
Oh boy, so I'm guessing the Seraphine is going mid here, because I feel like they're going to want another beefy support in the vein of Alistair. So yeah, I mean, you get that, massive knockups there on the front line, assuming that's the case, and then Seraphine will provide quite a bit of damage, especially if you follow up with her ult too. That is just endless lockdown for Goons, which will certainly help them in those team fights.
Okay. I think I'm biasing towards it being played support, even though I'm normally like, Seraphine belongs in mid, don't play her support. That's bad. That's me from the past. That's what I sounded like. But I want to see Rest Seraphine, very specifically. Because Rest is very good at Enchanter characters. We know that from Arena of Valor. And I would love to see that.
Yeah. As far as Hoon is concerned, it's like literally just pick a champion. He's probably going to be
Hoon
good
is
at
incredible,
that.
yeah.
Oh, this does give over the Darius to the other side. So this is an interesting development here. 80s obviously had the highlight package made for him the other day with the Darius, so that is certainly terrifying and a good answer to the Malphite over in that lane, because he's going to be very nasty in team fights as well as just being a nuisance in this split push lane, if that's the case they want to go with.
80s is an incredible Darius player, an incredible top laner, has been since it was called the Dark Slayer lane. And I'm really excited to see what they're able to pull out here as a tankier threat, because this Darius can go toe-to-toe with the Malphite in lane, and come team fights, you don't want to be a Kai'Sa or a Seraphine near that Darius. We do get an Orianna as well, a little bit of mid-control mage power taken away by Tribe, and they have a really good front line to protect her. If they want to go full in for the team fights as well, I think it's a very smart direction to lean.
Yeah, there's no general, wombo combo coming here for the Orianna take.
Here.
You mean for... You keep going on the team that just picked. I like to go in order of picks.
I'm looking at their final pick, yes.
So I'm just like... But, I mean, it matters what Goons picks in this situation, so I don't know. Anyway, Katarina was let through, so therefore Katarina's going to get picked here. You got your wish. It's going to be Seraphine on, or play by rest here. And Hoon is going to try to make things happen on the Katarina. I'm really excited to see Hoon's Katarina.
Yeah. Katarina, possibly the most powerful mid laner in the game right now, lasts until the final cycle and gets passed over to one of the best mid laners playing Wild Rift. Hoon will be trying to get past that front line. I'm looking at the Brawl, I'm looking at the Darius as characters that can CC her during ultimate, blow her up, or just block that ultimate. I was right on that Xayah. Gonna give myself props.
TJ having his cake and eating it too. He's going to see rest on the Seraphine. He's going to see Xayah picked here last for Tribe. And yeah, Tribe this time don't have like that dominating team fight presence this time around, or they have a good team fight, I should say, but it's not like this very well set up organized situation going, but it still will be potent nonetheless. I do like this draft better in comparison to game one, I like this draft a lot better here for Team Goons. It's very, very solid on their end, and I think they won't be put in, they won't be pigeonholed like they will, words, TJ. They won't be pigeonholed like they were in a game one where they kind of had to split push, but they didn't really want to.
Yeah. And I think that is what we're paying attention to is, oh, you thought we were going in the game, didn't you? You picked up your drink, you ready to go?
I'm gonna pick my drink up anyway.
Yeah, we can drink on camera.
It was supposed to be at the same time. One person's talking, the other person drinks.
No, I thought that was good synergy. I thought that was good caster synergy. All right. You've seen the draft, Daniel. I forgot what I was saying before that. How do you feel about the game as we load in?
Every time I try to pick Goons, or anytime I try to pick anyone to win a game against Tribe, they're like, what are you talking about, T2? Like, we're Tribe. What are you crazy? Winning a game against us? Come on. Maybe they'll get a couple kills. So, I don't know. But screw it. Let's just throw on full Caster's Curse here. I'm going to pick Goons again. Really? I really like their draft a lot better. You gotta have faith. Maybe maybe I should go the other way. Maybe I should go full on for Tribe and then Caster Curse in that way. I don't know.
I do agree with you that this is an improvement in the draft. But I'm looking at the Braum shield, and I'm looking at the Katarina ult. And I'm looking at 0-8 being instantly caught out, turning on the Yikes, and finding first blood. And I'm just kind of feeling like, Goons might be in trouble.
Every time you see Lee Sin go to a late game and he's kind of incompetent and not able to do much, and you wonder why he's picked. This is why he's picked. It's like you think he's in trouble. It's like, no, he's just gonna turn on you and kill you because no one else can do what he can do level 1. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so Braum Darius do have a very clear mission in these team fights, which is to be clear of what Goons have built their entire draft around. Goons want to get to team fights, win the game. And the Tribe Gaming side have a very clear mission there, which is get onto the Katarina, shut it down very early. You can do the same then rolling through the rest of the team fight. There are no other big burst damage tools if you get rid of both Gume and Hoon. And they have the tools to do that. Between Darius and Brawl, not a whole lot gets past them.
Yeah, I think when we have these...
Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness.
Stun will
Green is
land.
just
Max
in
Green
there.
finds the kill. That's just what Brawl does. Double stun!
Oh,
Barrier
no way.
burned! Gume, run! He can't stay ahead of this double kill for Old School.
When Max Green is walking towards you, there's probably a good reason he's doing it. Just throwing that big shield up, making sure to proc his passive, the stuns go down, and so too do Rest and Gume. Oh my goodness, hold the funeral for them in that situation. That is just getting bullied out of lane. And that I can't even like put words to it right now, TJ. Oh, that was ugly.
I got good news. Oh, wrong team fight.
Wait,
that's from last game. All right, give me 30 seconds.
Okay. So TJ's doing production. He's doing production. Not just doing production, just like putting scores up and stuff like that. He's actually creating replay packages while casting, folks. This is kind of insane. I don't know what's more insane, Max Green's play. I don't know what's more insane, Max Green and Old School's play there in the dual lane, or TJ's duo casting.
My APM right now, through the roof. Okay, I do have the replay loaded, but I want to stay on this because 08 is in the bush. Glacial Fissure finds the knock up on Rest. Here comes Yikes. Oh, doesn't see 08 there. Not entirely sure. Maybe didn't want the fight, but the Power Glove goes completely wide. Either way, it's an opportunity. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah, just getting the stuns up there was absolutely huge, and then Gume, I mean, I guess he did immediately run away once his friend there died, but still not enough. A little bit too far forward, trying to get on the back line. But I mean, this is one of the issues with Seraphine, right? She can easily get taken down, and when she's trying to provide cover for her back line, and so it provides 2 targets for your opponent when you're playing a squishier support in this situation.
And the kind of early game Brawl presence is something I've been talking an awful lot about. I think you've gotten a little sick of it. But Brawl during like the first 3 minutes does just a stupid amount of damage. Especially if you can finalize the stuns, it's just a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, you throw out the Winter's Bite, just throw up your shield, and you just walk towards them, and there's nothing they can do.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Hoon mistimed the jump, could have been in trouble there, but 08, aware of the danger he might have been in, backs away, knows it's very important to get this first Drake for Tribe. Goons nowhere nearby, instead challenging on the top side. And so the Drake will be taken. This is cresting the 4-minute mark, so you can see right there the turret starts taking damage. You can like see it happen in live, in real time there. This turret should fall in trade, making it a turret for Drake trade.
Yeah, and Goons had to do that. There's no way they could have contested. Oh, is there going to be... Okay, Rest in trouble.
Just dead. Starting here as well. Gume may follow. Gets 08 low, but can't complete it. And this means that the kill is traded right back over. 08 is fine.
I was wondering why he was standing under the turret still. It's like, there are no minions there, but you already got the kills. It's like, no, I don't want just the kills. I want the kill of the turret too. I will kill all my paths. Like, that's not physically possible, but okay, you can try.
Yeah. So, now we got to look at the gold lead that's building. A couple thousand in the way for Tribe as they kind of start to run away with this, dare I say.
Yeah. It is still only 3K, and the reason why it's only 3K is because that turret was taken up top there. I think a lot of lesser teams, like in this tournament, for instance, would have been like, okay, well, this is our last-ditch effort. We're going to have to go for this team fight near the Drake, and then they lose it, and then they're down like 8K gold or whatever. So, Goons have kept themselves in it by going for that kind of split play here, but, they're certainly still behind the 8 ball for sure.
Staying safe as here comes the Rift Herald. Do you fight for this, Goons? Oh, you might now. Hooked over the wall, MTS in trouble. is very tanky. Will kite 80s away. Yikes follows. Rest will CC the team. 80s is low, but resets the HP. Yikes flashes away. Redemption comes in. Yikes goes down. And you have the follow-up as well. MTS on a sliver HP. There's just no hope to contest this.
Tribe just knew what they were doing the entire time, right? They had their two most beefy members in the front lines there. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to zone you out. Oh, that's a really nice riff here from Rest. But they said, we're going to zone you out. And the only members you can use your abilities on are these two guys. And if you want to go ahead and do that, then yeah, go ahead and do that. And the ult gets popped from MTS onto Braum and Darius. And it's just not enough to take them out in the end. And then the cavalry comes in and it cleans up everything.
Here you go for the Rift Herald tank. Despite losing Yikes, they reset. 0-8 goes over the wall now, gets isolated. 0-8 very, very low. This could get messy. Yikes pulled back into the pit. 0-8 1 HP, but will survive. And now, this will be a second Yikes death around this Rift Herald, as the Rift Herald does get picked up successfully by Tribe. And they are rather running away with this game too. 8-0 in the kill feed.
Yeah, I was going to say, Gume was taking this tower down bot, so that's a little bit of gold back in their pocket for that, which means they're still only down 5k despite losing this mid turret. I just don't know why they took that fight, right? I know there were 4 onto the Rift Herald. It looked very promising, like, okay, we could just steal it right from under Tribe's nose, but with 0-8 already having a Guardian Angel and jumping in there, he's extremely tanky, right? I mean, if he goes down, it's actually a great bait because it kind of forces everyone to stay in the area. You force the abilities out of your opponent, which are still, you know, on pretty high cooldowns at this stage of the game. 8 minutes in, they're not going to be that low. So I just don't see any world, despite the fact they had 4 members on the Rift Herald, I don't see any world in which Goons get out of that in a favorable situation, right? If they get the Rift Herald, that means they probably stay too long and they get wiped. Or in the more likely scenarios, they just get the Rift Herald taken away from them, which is what happened. And sorry to say it, but this feels like they're winner finals where Goons are starting to slip up here and Tribe are taking advantage.
Yeah, here's the Drake. Goons trying to get something. Oh, the steal! Yikes, finally walks away with one. Good Glacial Fissure, charm as well from Rest, that's huge, but 80s finds 2 with the Noxian Guillotine. Oh, nearly 3, Rest barely survives. They'll find all 5 kills as Tribe clean up immediately after the steal, and they've got the Rift Herald running through the mid lane as well.
Oh my goodness, Goons sacrificed so much to try to make that fight happen, and it looks so good for a moment there. And even I got my hopes up, TJ, but then Tribe just turn it around, starting with 80s with just like multiple guillotines in a row there. And okay, well, cheeky redemption just for the vision, I suppose. But Tribe, oh my god, they just rip your heart out. You think you have hope, and it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, what a disaster. No inhibitors down for the Goons, but they're 9,000 gold behind.
Yeah, the Baron is not really sure if Tribe is going to be able to take it at this moment. I'm not sure if they're going to try to just play it safe and go for maybe more Drakes here. But yeah, 13-0 is just absolutely devastating here. I mean, just look, this charm was extremely good, following up the very nice knockup there from MTS, but it just didn't matter in the end. 80's like, you done? All right, it's my time to pour it on here. My time to pop off.
You practicing your Zoomer lingo?
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know what that means, but you know, I throw it out there just to see what happens.
You're doing great. You're used it exactly right.
Nice. Oh man.
And then I said, "It's my turn to pop off."
You know what? The Zoomer language that I'm
gonna have to hold this because there's a Baron fight, Daniel. But I am fascinated Baron, low
Okay.
HP. Tribe go in. Oh, MTS, double knock up for the unstoppable force. Easy assassination. Max Green already gone. No trades in response. Goons, actually a huge team fight, benefiting from their composition.
Oh!
The backline dives from Hoon, though. Don't clean out the kills, and 80s takes to the front. 1 kill off the Noxian Guillotine, and looking for more. So the Goons scatter to the 5 wins. A 2-for-2 trade saves their game, delays the Baron.
Yeah, I just hold my breath the entire time because it's like, are Goons actually taking a team fight finally? Oh, he's backing in a ward. So yeah, are they finally going to be able to take a team fight here? They got the first 2 kills, but unable to finish them off. Hoon was trying so hard. He got his resets up. He jumped to the back line with a sliver of health, almost took out the back line. That could have actually been just a complete wipe off the back of a Katarina, but unfortunately not quite able to get it done in the end. And yeah, just close but no cigar once again here for Goons.
Yeah, what a wild team fight, really, to bring us this far. As Tribe Gaming now turn towards trying to position control around the Baron, around the Drake, with the knowledge that Goons can take them head-to-head.
Yeah, we're seeing the potency of this lineup finally come into play here. I mean, if we go back to the start of the game, obviously Tribe just had those amazing early picks that kind of snowball it in their favor. So, I mean, typically you think of, Tribe having the ability to just win the late game, right, with their superior mechanics and rotations and everything, and just superior team fight play. But Goons are very good at team fighting. They just haven't been on equal gold ground this entire time. And further to that point, MTS hasn't really been able to join in the team fights up until the last couple of them. So now that they have those tools in their pocket, maybe they can make something happen. But we have a good old bush tactic potentially. Now they're just going to go for the Baron.
Oh, it's a trade. Drake focused down, will be taken by Goons. Tribe for the Baron.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess
I think
Goons
this is
felt
the
like they had
right
to go
call
for
for
it.
both teams.
Yeah, a non-elder though, it's just
But Tribe want to finish this
consolation prize.
now, and the Goons want to keep this game going as long as possible because of their composition.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, we'll see how it turns out. I think Tribe want to get at least one inhibitor, perhaps 2. And if you're Goons, yeah, obviously you want to deny any inhibitors going down. If they can do that, then I think they're right back into this game. If they lose just 1, they'll be behind, but it won't be the worst thing in the world. If they lose 2, I think it's starting to be game over.
I'm so fascinated by this gamble that the Goons have taken that might pay off. And we will only know once we get to team fights, but you start looking at the gold and they're not that far off in terms of the individual player items, right? They have a disproportionate damage because of their characters and composition.
Yeah,
Dive in.
spent 0 doing a really good job. Oh, okay. Hoon's going to try to contest that, but there's a lot of siege minions right there, which can provide a problem. The issue here is they don't really have the greatest wave clear, at least from range. So it's very hard to deny Tribe going in like this.
Yeah, they're pushing all 3 turrets simultaneously. 80s sieging very quickly on the bottom. 1 HP, 700 HP remaining on that mid turret, and it's gone.
Oof.
That's going to be one
down.
inhibitor down, as you said. Here comes the second, a redemption challenge. 2
no.
inhibitors
no.
down. And this was what you were worried about. Tribe Gaming in for the finish. The charm is blocked. An excellent shield from Max Green. It stalls out the fight for long enough. Tribe close game number 2, 2-0 in this best of 5 grand final.
They just know what they're doing at all times, CJ, right? I didn't realize it until a few